Hey everybody, it's the Doll Boy, and today I'll show you how I made this custom Betty Rose doll based on the Disneyland Paris character from the Pirates and Princesses season. When I posted a poll on my Instagram, most of you did not know who Betty Rose was, but you were still interested in seeing me make a custom doll based on her. If you're not following me on Instagram but you do like Disney and Disney dolls, make sure to follow me at the Doll Boy for more customized Disney dolls. As a base doll for Betty, I am using this singing Aurora doll. I feel like she does have a really pretty face, so she'll work perfectly fine for Betty. Originally, Betty is wearing this hair that looks quite a lot like foam or cotton candy. During the 90th anniversary of Mickey Mouse though, Betty Rose had a different look, where her hair looked a lot more like actual hair, keeping the signature style that she has. Because I prefer the hair look, I decided to try and recreate the hairstyle using doll hair as well, but using the colors of her signature look. To do this, I'm going to remove Aurora's factory hair so that I can place it with white hair that has no bangs. I cut off all of Aurora's hair, dip her head in boiling water so that I can remove the head from the body, and then remove the hair from the inside. Doing this, I noticed this giant hole in her head where her bangs were rooted that is not supposed to be there. I carefully continued removing the hair until she was all bald. As you can see, the rip in the head is really big, and honestly, at this point I wasn't sure if this doll was gonna be usable in this customization. But I did want to try and make it work, so I took some super glue and glued the head back together. This worked out well enough for me to reroot the hairline with hair, which is basically all I needed to achieve the hairstyle I wanted. For the reroot, I used saran hair that I had left over from Kita and an upcoming silver reroot. I'm mixing these colors together to get a really nice icy blonde. And then for Betty's highlights, I'm using some strands of this rainbow pack from Custom Doll Hair. For the hairstyle, I start rooting the hairline in the icy white hair color. If you want a more detailed look on how I completely replace doll's hair, I have separate videos on that. Then when I rooted the hairline in white, I take my color strands of hair as well. Keeping my reference picture close, I start adding the colored strands to the hairline in the places where I see them in the picture. In the original wig, Betty has one really thick strand of orange hair, so I make sure to add that one strand that is a lot thicker than the rest of them. To make sure the doll looks good from all angles, I also add some colored strands to the back of the head as well. Because the hair was so fragile because of the rip, I only wanted to root the outline of hair. To make sure you don't see any of her scalp showing through, I will paint this white to match the hair. Then when that paint dried, I glued the hair in place using my Fabri-Tac glue. While that was drying, I decided to start on her outfit. I take a circle of fabric and cut a hole in the middle for the neck, and then 2 armholes as well. As you can see, this gives you a really simple dress that is the perfect base for Betty's outfit. To mimic her double belt, I take this golden cord and tie it around the waist of the doll. To make sure one of the belts stays higher than the other one, I tie the upper one around the arms as well. At first you can obviously tell that it's around the arms, but that part will be hidden by the jacket that we'll give her later. When the glue from the head has dried, I can put the head back on the body. To get that real Betty Rose effect, I wrap the colored strands of hair around straws. After making that curl permanent by boil washing them, I take out the straws to reveal the curl. Because I only rooted the hairline, I glued cotton ball to the inside of the head as a foundation for the shape of the hair. Unfortunately, during this process, my camera crashed, so I lost all that footage. What I will do now is separate a layer of straight silver hair that I will brush over the cotton ball. I tie this hair together in a ponytail, trying to make sure the cotton is covered up as much as possible. I will do the same thing for the back. And then I hairspray all of that in place, smoothing it out with my fingers. Then I do the same thing for the other layers of straight hair. I really liked working in a couple of layers for this, to make sure the cotton was perfectly covered. Then when I'm done with that, I have this really neat silver poof, with these colorful curls in the front. I add some hair gel to these curls to keep them really defined and to make sure they will stay in place. Then I just drape them over the hair bump. I don't pull these strands too much because I do want the curls to show really well. Then when the curls are in the place I want them to be, I tie them in a ponytail so I can do the same thing for the other side. When all the curls are positioned to my liking, I tie them all together with the rest of the ponytail. So then you have this really nice hair bump and a ponytail sticking up. And as you can see, the back of the hair was too thin to fully cover the cotton. To fix this, I'm taking my crochet hook and simply looping the strands from the ponytail through the strands in the back. That way the ponytail gets woven into the rest of the hair, making it lay nice and flat and covering the cotton. For the butterflies Betty is supposed to have in her hair, I got these butterfly stickers. I stick 2 of the same stickers together to make it a little thicker and make both sides pretty. I fold them in the middle as well to give them that nice butterfly shape. Then I take my hot glue gun and some sewing pins and glue each little butterfly to a pin, so I can stick them into the hairstyle. Then to mimic the green eyelashes Betty is wearing, I just paint over the doll's existing eyelashes with green paint. For Betty's jacket, I got this green fabric paint that I'm gonna be mixing with white fabric paint to create a lighter shade of green. Then I simply start painting all the yellow bits of the jacket green. For the cuffs, I used the darker green and I kept the black part black. To be honest, I don't know where I got this jacket, but I'm really happy I found it because it was the perfect base for this jacket. And underneath the dark green dress, I added a simple circle skirt. I bought a bunch of colorful fabric flowers that I will be gluing on using my hot glue gun. To protect the doll's body, I'm wrapping a plastic bag around her legs, so if the glue seeps through the skirts, I won't glue it to the doll itself. I simply glue on the flowers all the way around, trying to alternate the colors of the roses as much as I can, keeping the color scheme pretty pink, just like in the Disneyland Paris outfit. Then as a finishing touch, I gave her purple leggings and Anna shoes. I painted these shoes green as well, but I wanted to paint them on when they were already on the doll's feet, because I was scared I would damage the paint trying to put them on the doll. So to protect the doll's purple leggings from getting green paint on them, I covered them with a plastic bag. To really complete the shoes, I also added some purple paint to the molded details of the shoes. And my Betty Rose custom was done! I really hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure to turn on your notifications to never miss another video, and follow my Instagram page for more doll restyles, @thedollboy. See you next time!